Explosion shut the city down, but
This is true.
finally he is here. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Adam Bernard!
Yeah, this is scary.
I made people. I got Michael Jackson in the background for me? Alright, cool. That was a big thing. When I heard Prince for the first act, I wanted to make sure I had good intro music, so thank you for that, Soce. How many people here are single tonight? That's it? Oh my God. Alright, well, I'm Adam and I'm single. And I don't mean that to sound like an alcoholic type of deal, but some people consider it a bit of a disease. It's not. And I know some of you are probably thinking, Adam, you look like a sexy Rick Moranis. Women should probably be throwing their lady parts at you on a regular basis. Was I just inadvertently sexist there? I said throwing your lady parts and did it like a softball toss. If anyone here writes for Jezebel, please don't go home and write 7,000 words about how Adam Bernard is a horrible sexist on stage. I would really appreciate that not being on the internet. True story, by the way, about that hand motion. I was practicing this. Not like that. Well, kind of. But I was practicing it in my office earlier today, and I inadvertently hooked my inbox and my outbox, launching my entire desk into the air. And it was like a nice parade for one, as everything fell down around me. So that was my celebration before the show. But now that everybody knows I have a job, and it involves paper, which is the sexiest of all the office supplies. I have to say, I don't mind being single. Like I said, people view it as a disease. It is not. I do mind it, however, when I see horrible people with significant others. Now, I don't mean anyone in the crowd today. Although the lighting is different, so maybe some of you in the middle. But like, Charles Manson has a girlfriend. Serial killer, swastika in the middle of his forehead, has a girlfriend. And when I tell someone to say, oh, you wouldn't want to date someone who dates Charles Manson, I'm like, are you kidding me? Can you imagine the type of shit she let slide at this point? She is not complaining if I leave the toilet seat up. And the arguments, like, how do you lose an argument with someone who's dated Charles Manson? Like, you've worn the same shirt for 3 days. Your ex-boyfriend wore someone's face as a mask. Like, I'm sorry, I could wear the same shirt for 20 days and Beyonce would still say, you upgraded, so. Right? Leave me with that. But people say, if you want to find somebody, go to a bar. Go to a bar. I'm at a bar, I'm seeing people here now, but I can't go to, like, you know, woo, nightclub in the city, because I'm 35, and that just doesn't cut it anymore. I feel like a creepy uncle seeing cute 22-year-olds in their, you know, little dresses. But when these places have nights for people my age, they call them grown and sexy nights. Has anyone here experienced a grown and sexy night? Because I don't know whose definition of sexy they're using, but it is not mine. At grown and sexy night, the Hunchback of Notre Dame walks in, and he's the smoothest dude in the place. He's Billy D. Williams reciting Boys to Men lyrics. It's not a problem that that's my idea of the pinnacle of smooth, right? Billy D. Williams reciting Boys to Men lyrics. Because you know if he came in here with a Colt 45 and sang I'll Make Love to You, everybody would be pregnant. Just saying. Myself included. But you walk in at these nights and you'll see like guys with like second set of teeth, girls with like one boob on the left, one under her armpit, and I'm like, okay, fine, you're grown, but I just want to know, where were you grown? Because I'm guessing a science lab was involved at some point in time. They're trying to get the grind on. I'm trying to figure out which Resident Evil movie I first saw them in. No, the girl's walking up to me like, well, you want to buy me a drink? And I'm like, fine, I liked you in Retribution. I was like, what'd you say? Next day I have a big gash down my face. You know, friends walk up and say, bro, what happened? Grown and sexy night, you should have worn protection. True. True that. So, one person I would love to date who's a quasi-celebrity is the Education Connection rapping diner waitress. Just because it would be fun to talk about her to friends the very first time. Because it'd be like, dude, you know, tell me about your new girl, man. What'd she do? Well, she was working for an hourly wage, went to high school, Didn't do great. Is it bad, by the way, that she is more famous than Shannon Doherty, who also did Education Connection commercials? Well, 90210, no. So, oh, I'm getting flash now. I'm sorry. So, could you imagine, by the way, if they had the Education Connection theme song with like a Ralph Tresvant version that they played at Grown and Sexy Night? So like Grendel with the GED could be like, "That's my song!" Ah! So, anyways, since I do have no more time left, I want to thank each and every one of you for being part of my first time. Like other first times, it lasted about 5 minutes. There was more laughter than I expected, and I'm still not entirely sure if I did it right. But thank you.